What's up, guys? So it's been a while since I did a video of the DRZ under the knife series, so this is part 2, and you can see the bike's had a few bits taken off it already. I've taken that horrible front light off, I've taken the mud guard off. The reason I've took that off will become apparent in a later video. A couple of things I've done, I'll just give you guys an update of what I've done to the bike so far. I've fitted new brake lines, hell braided hose lines, front and rear. I've give the bike a really good clean, the engine, took all the plastics off, cleaned them inside and out. There's the rear hell braided brake line as well. I've put an anodised blue brake clevis on there, a little bit of bling, and also the hose pipe clamp, put that on there as well, and that's pretty much it. Give the engine a clean, put a Red Bull can over the starter motor there, just to put a little touch to it. So the postman come the other morning and delivered all that. Woohoo! Like a kid on Christmas morning. So we've got this big box here, obviously that there, and all these bits here. So there's going to be quite a few bits to the DRZ series coming up. I'm going to fit each bit and do a separate video for each bit to try and keep the time on the videos cut down a bit, and it makes the series a little bit longer as well. So let's open our first package and see what we're going to be fitting today. Okay guys, so part 2 of the Under the Knife series is going to be about fitting these. I've got some nice new ProTaper contour handlebars and some ProTaper clamps to go on there as well. So obviously the idea is to get rid of these single walls and put some fat bars on there. What I'm going to do in a minute is I'm going to get the bike onto the paddock stand, and I'm going to measure from the floor up to the end of the handlebar and see what height it is as it is at the moment with the single walls on there. And I've gone for a slightly higher rise on the ProTapers that I'm going to be putting on. So then I'll put them on and I'll measure it again and see how much higher it's gone. I wanted to get the front end a little bit higher, so that's the aim of the game. So let's get it on the paddock stand, measure it up, and then get fitting them new nice sexy ProTaper bars. Okay guys, so it's on the paddock stand now. I'll just put the steering nice and straight, put a board on the floor so it's a nice flat surface to measure from. And from the top of the board to the middle of the handlebar, so the middle of that hole there, is 1170. So I'm going to get these bars off now and get fitting the ProTapers. Okay guys, so the original bars are off now. All the controls and brake leads and clutch leads are hanging down there. And the new ProTaper ones I put on, these are the original. I'll just give you, see if you can get that. That's the height difference between the two, where the bottom of the bar is there and where the bottom of the bar will go there. Don't look a lot, but that's 2 mil difference there. So it's a little bit. And on the handlebars is where you can really notice the difference. You can see like the height of the sweep on the contour bars rather than the rentfalls, or bentfalls as I like to call them. So that should give me quite a difference in the ride height on the front end. So let's get these fitted, see how they look. Okay guys, so as you can see I've got the bottom halves of the clamps on here, and one thing I've just come across, in case any of you guys are thinking of getting the ProTaper bar set, is what you have to do is these bolts here are off the ProTaper clamps, and that's what goes through there on the ProTapers. These are off the ProTapers, these are the stock ones, but the thickness of that bolt won't fit through the rubber bush on the triple clamps for the vibration. So what you have to do is you have to use the stock bolt out of your original handlebar clamps. So don't go throwing these over the fence when you take them off, because you'll need the bolts out of there to fit the ProTapers. As tempting as it is, because they're ugly as fuck, don't do it. You have to use the stock bolts out of there. Okay guys, so as you can see we've got the bars on. All the controls at the moment are just done up, literally nipped up, like I can still move them around. You want to keep everything loose. Just again, your clamps, only nip them up for now. Even these bolts underneath the yokes, just nip it all up so you can get everything in position, and then go round and tighten everything all at once at the end. But that is pucker, look at that. Looks much better. Looks super sexy. Okay, so we've got these old wanky grips on there at the minute. That one and the one that come off the bar originally. So obviously we need some new grips. And oh, look what Mr. Postman brought. What has he brought us? Hell yes. Some ProTaper grips. Got to be ProTaper to go with the bars, obviously. Bit tighty, I know, but there we go. I've tried and tested these grips before. As you can see, they're on my other Supermoto here. I've had them on there for ages and I really like them. I like thin grips, I don't like them too bulky. So there's my new grips. So I'm going to get them on and then I'll go round and do one final tighten up and everything. So let's get them grips on. Okay guys, so you can see we've got our new grips on. And now what I'm going to do is I'm sitting on the bike, as you can probably tell. And I'm just going to get everything in the right position. So my brake levers, my clutch lever, position for the starter button and the controls. And just get everything in position. Nip it up ever so slightly. And then get back on the bike, check it again. And then tighten everything up for a final time. One thing I just will say, guys, I've mentioned it in previous videos. And it's a good practice to get into if you're going to be taking bikes apart. I mean, I've been doing it for years, but I still, every time I take something off, even as simple as just changing the handlebars, I take pictures of where everything went before. So all these cables, I know they all cable tie onto here, it's obvious, but sometimes you can put something back on and think, oh shit, where did that go? Like, where did that wire go? Or what position was that in? And what goes on first? So good practice to get into, guys, is definitely take pictures of stuff or even write stuff down before you start taking bits off. Okay, so I'm going to get all this set up now and then get me spanners out and giving it a final tighten up. Okay guys, there we go, all done. The nice new ProTaper bars are fitted and tightened up. They look much better. Absolutely beautiful. Just makes the bike look so much more beefy. Really pleased with those bars. Just one thing, guys, when you are doing these, if you do this, with any bars really, you just want to make sure that the relief area is the same on each side. What the relief area is this gap at the front, at the back there, sorry, and the gap on the front there. You want to make sure they're even, so this clamp isn't sitting pissed or tilted. So you want to make sure that the gap between the front and the back's the same. And we measured the from the board down there up to the side of the handlebar with the standard bars, the Renthal ones, and it was 1170, and I've just measured it again and it's 1210, so it's about 40 mil if my maths is right. I'm pretty shit at maths, but yeah, I think it's about 40 millimeters that's brought it up at the front, so quite a lot. So it's going to sit me nice and high, just how I wanted it to be. So that's it, guys. This is part 2 finished of the DRZ Under the Knife series, and what will we be doing in part 3? Well, you'll have to join me in part 3 and find out, guys, because I'm not sure what I want to do next, but there's plenty of stuff over there that nice Mr. Postman brought for me. So join me in part 3 and we'll see what we're going to fit next. Cheers for watching, guys. Take care.